Hello, my loves. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do predictions for 2025. If you haven't yet liked and subscribed, please do so. This really helps the growth of my channel and it keeps me going with these free readings. We have pile 1, the quail and gooseberry, with the keyword anticipation. We have pile 2, the bobcat and blackthorn, with keyword patience. The mouse and buttercup, with the word innocence, and the badger and ginkgo, healing wounds. I'm getting that if you have chosen this pile, I feel like you may be waiting for answers, maybe some projects that you have applied for, or some proposals that you have put through, and you are expecting to have an answer in early 2025, perhaps the first 3 months. Some of you might also be getting married. Okay, again, this is a general reading, so the narrative won't be the same for everyone. And some of you might have a celebration, or you are waiting for a birth to happen. Okay, so some of you might be pregnant, or you know someone who's pregnant, maybe it's a family member or friend. So I feel like you have a lot of things to look forward in 2025. Okay, so I'm going to move your card to a place where you can see it. Let's put it over here. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to get 12 cards, and each card is going to represent one month of the year. So we're going to start with January. Please tell me, Spirit, for pile 1, what can they expect in January? Let's go into February. Please tell me what can be expected in February, and March. What can be expected in March? So that's February. It's March. Okay, what can be expected in April? May. Can be expected in June. Okay, what can be expected in July? For pile 1, August. Okay, I'll do that again. What can be expected for August? Okay, what can be expected for the month of September? Can be expected for the month of September, October, can be expected for the month of November, and the month of December. We have 2 cards. And I feel like I'm going to use both of them, guys, because maybe there's a reason. So let me just organize your table a little bit. Okay, right off the bat, guys. Okay. I feel like in 2025, you are going to be developing a lot of self-awareness, and you're going to become aware of a lot of your patterns of behavior, and you're going to be very real with yourself. Okay. I think you're going to be learning to listen to your voice internally, to listen to your intuition, and to discern what are good offers and what are not good offers, to discern what is positive for you, what is serving you, and what is in alignment with your soul purpose. So I feel like this is the general theme. Now let's analyze each card individually. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords, okay, and I feel like you could have air in your chart. You can also have water in your chart. I feel that January is going to be a month of communication for you. And I think you're going to be really honest with people around you. And you're going to bring up some words that are very necessary to their growth, but they might be also sometimes taken harshly by them. So, but I feel like this is you starting the year being aware of what needs to be communicated to the people around you and then acting upon that. Being in that intellect, okay? Intellect. Some of you might also be studying. I'm picking this up, okay? This could be studying people, this could be studying a new discipline, okay? Definitely busy with the mind, but also with words. So take that as resonate. Maybe this is something to do with a New Year resolution for you. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you're going to start with, I'm going to speak my mind more often. I'm going to connect with my inner truth. I'm going to be more in alignment with what I think and what I say. So yes, I'd love to hear from you. Now let's move on to February. I feel like maybe in February you're going to be toning that down a little bit. And I feel like you're going to be balancing more. Maybe you needed to calibrate yourself. Maybe you might feel like in January, you might have gone a little bit overboard with your new ways or exploring new ways of being. So I think in February, you might come back to yourself a little bit, a bit to your introvert self, perhaps. And I think you're going to be seeking balance to create a calm inner atmosphere. Okay. So yeah, I do get this sense of maybe you are going to be a little bit tired as well. If you are applying these changes, especially in January, or if you're studying, or if you are really busy with communication all the time, I feel like in February you're going to step back a little bit and focusing more on connecting with a sense of inner balance. Yes, so you can recharge. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. February is going to be a month of recharge for you. Okay, so maybe you have a very exhaustive month of January with study or with work or seeing a lot of people, talking to a lot of people, and you might feel like you need a little break from that. Now, I feel like in March, you are going to be pretty much strategizing, and I feel like you recharge in February, and March might be a month for you where you feel like you're going to be strategizing your moves for the rest of the year. I would also say if you have a temptation to be dishonest, or if you have someone in your life being dishonest, I feel that you will be aware that this is happening. It's all going to be happening in front of you, I feel, even though this is a card of deceit, it could be a card of deceit. I also feel like, because it depends of the energy of the card, and I don't read reversals, so I feel the energy that I'm getting from the card, which could be in its positive polarity or negative polarity. So I feel like, yes, you want to strategize the rest of the year. Maybe we're thinking your finances and how, especially when I see month of April, you being more busy with the material. I feel like you're going to be maybe applying for new jobs. This could be also just strategizing your finances or strategizing how you can be productive with the rest of the year. Yeah. it's not always a negative card. The Seven of Swords is not seen as a positive card in my opinion. But it's not necessarily have to be tragic, okay? And I do feel that if someone is concealing something, you will be able to know this and catch it. I am getting the feeling here, pile one, that you are very intelligent, and some of you might be emotionally intelligent. Some of you might have an intelligence for money and numbers as well. That's what I'm hearing. Now, moving on with the month of April, you are going to be very methodical. I feel that April is going to be relating to your finances and the growth of the material and making smart moves. I feel like this is going to be one of the most important months of the year for you when it comes to work and moving things forward with your career. So I feel that some of you might inherit something as well, or this could be a material gift. It could also be a promotion at work. I feel anything that is going to improve your financial situation. I'm seeing this to be the most relevant month of the year. So pay attention. I would say 1 month before, already when you arrive to March, start paying attention, because sometimes the universe can bring us wealth in the least expected ways. So, but I don't think you're going to miss out on this. I feel that this is going to be a very material month in a positive way. Now, moving on to the devil, I don't like the fact that it turned up in your reading for the month of May, because it does represent bondages and materialism, obsessions, chains, repressions. So you could be feeling a little bit stuck in the material, okay? Maybe something happens here that could affect your ego, and it could be a rise of the ego as well. And maybe you're going to be tempted with a huge offer. Maybe this is not going to fully align with your soul purpose. So pay attention, because when I see this card close to the Knight of Pentacles, this could well be an offer that is very, very, very shiny. And it doesn't have to be, they don't have necessarily to be connected, but I feel that one thing might lead to the next. So you really want to pay attention between April and May to keep things in balance from an ego perspective, and to keep the balance going, because you might need to go back to this energy after this period is over to rebalance yourself. So be careful that you do not get burnout. This could also be that you are going to be completely swept in work. So yeah, be careful and try to keep the balance between your work life and your personal life. Okay? And of course, guys, if you ever feel like you would like a personal reading, you can reach out. We can look at your year more in detail and get some practical advice for you. And my information is written down below. Now, moving on to June. Yes, so that's it. Yeah, moving on to June. The keywords are, or the affirmation is, excuse me, listen to your inner voice when making choices. Now, isn't that interesting that I talked about an offer being tempting to you, and you might be in conflict deciding what you want to do? This could be signing a contract that you know is going to be maybe too much of a burden for you, or is not going to align with your needs. So I feel like you will need to think very much about making a decision. And I don't feel like you might not actually make the decision yet, but I feel like you will start gaining awareness of what the challenge is. So the Two of Swords is a card of stalling and indecision, okay? But also gaining strength through suffering. So if you feel like you are at a stalemate, I feel like you're going to learn more about yourself. But if you stay, I was going to say, if you stay superficially connected to the situation, you might not be able to learn what it is truly trying to tell you. And it's funny because in the month of July with the High Priestess, this is all about connecting with the inner world, connecting intuitively to make a sound judgment, to gain the knowledge. And I feel that this is all going in a kind of an okay direction, but then when you go till April, but then after that, so May, June, and July, I feel like these are going to be your transformative months of the year. Okay, because we have the Six of Swords, which is a card of transition, of exiting, of moving beyond, moving to calmer waters. This could also you making a move, leaving a situation. This could be work or it could be personal, but I am getting that for a lot of you, this is going to be career related. I feel like you're going to be leaving a situation behind. But this is an opportunity for you to learn something about how you relate to money, how you relate to material possessions. And you might realize that there are important things for you that you were not aware of, okay? The keywords are, or the affirmation is, move from problems and be mindful what you take. So I feel like you're going to be making an informed decision. You might realize already by June that you have to make a decision or leave a situation that is making you feel unhappy. And I feel like you will make that decision in August. So yeah, the summer months are going to be transformative for you guys. Okay. Now moving on to September. It's interesting because it says departure. Yeah, one of the keywords from the Knight of Wands is departure and adventure. I feel like you're going to be moving to new adventures with a new sense of self. Maybe you're going to realize that you haven't fully explored your creative endeavors, or you feel like your creative energy was being repressed in this previous job or situation. And I feel like you just wanna be free. That's what I feel. And you just wanna go where the fire takes you. So I feel like you're going to be exploring new freedom and new energy in September. Maybe there's a change of career too, by the way. Okay, maybe you're going to be connecting more. This is another transformative month, I feel, but this is almost like the calm after the storm is going to be more towards the end of the year. But all in all, I mean, and I know we haven't yet read the full year. All in all, I feel like you're going to be able to navigate this all right. I don't see you going into deep depression, yes, or feeling so stuck that everything falls apart. The Tower hasn't showed up. The Ten of Swords haven't showed up. The Three of Swords haven't showed up. So I am not seeing too many cards of being in emotional exhaustion or emotional pain. So whatever happens, you're going to be able to navigate it successfully. So that's good to know and good to see. But let's come back to the month of September. So you might be exploring new opportunities. I don't think you're going to be starting anything exactly new, but you might, because this is not an ace. So this is not a new beginning necessarily, but this could be a coming back to something that you already knew about yourself deep down. So now we're going to move on towards October. I think October is going to be a month of tuning in emotionally. Okay, the Page of Cups, it's a card of self-exploration and intuition and sensitivity. So I feel like because of what happened before during the year, you're going to get new knowledge of yourself. It's almost like you're going to meet yourself face to face, almost for the first time fully. So you might have sort of an enlightening moment. You are going to be so much more intuitively connected to your own channeling. So for example, if you need information, I feel like you're going to be psychically getting downloads if you allow yourself to do that. Okay. I do feel a gentle energy as well with this card. Also, guys, you are still gaining maturity. You're still getting to know who you really are. And this is what I meant when I said that this year for you is going to be a lot about self-exploration and self-awareness and gaining self-knowledge. And I feel like towards the end of the year, that's going to become more clear. Okay. You're going to be able to do an analysis when you get to December, and you'll see how much progress you've done spiritually. Now, moving on to the month of November. I feel that maybe you're going to be feeling a little bit tired, okay? Maybe you are going to, with this new understanding that you gain from yourself, maybe this might be a lot to work with, okay? So you might need to be a little bit gentle on yourself. You are going to do some inner child healing, okay? And you're going to pick up the pieces that have been broken. So I feel like there's almost a sense of a spiritual enlightenment, like a true meeting of the self, guys, between the month of October and November. And then with this information, you might need to take it a little bit easy, because this is going to be a lot for you, perhaps. Okay, so you're going to feel like you have a lot on your hands, and you might need to take a little break towards the end of the year. Now, ending up your narrative for 2025. And remember, guys, that tarot is always an interpretation of certain aspects or elements. So this is representing of the overall energies. Now, how you navigate them, this is always up to you and up to each person individually. Okay. Now, I feel like in the month of December, you're going to be making plans for 2026, where you are going to change some things around. Either because you realize that you have the resources to, maybe you want to go traveling, maybe you want to make some changes in your life, like moving country, moving house, going forward with planning and preparation. And I think this card of money, you might be planning how to get the resources because you do want to perhaps obtain more financial freedom, or you want to be traveling more often. But these two cards, they are excellent cards for expansion. And you are going to be, with this new knowledge that you gain about yourself, I feel like you're going to be planning your 2026 in a much more self-aware way, in a much more productive way than you've done the previous year. And I feel like towards 2026, your money is going to be very important to you, maybe your financial freedom or increasing your resources, so you can do more of what you truly love in 2026. Now, let's end your reading with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I want to pick one card that is going to be the overall energy for your for this pile. Okay, I love that, guys, for you. Wisdom. And isn't that funny that we were talking about gaining more self-awareness and being connected to your intuition to be more in alignment with your true potential and the direction where you really want to go. And this is the card that we get. Okay, so I want to read a few words from the book. Wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to research more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions. And I think you will, guys. I think you will learn to make wise decisions. So pile one, this was your reading. It has been a pleasure reading for you. Please do remember to like and subscribe. I really would appreciate that. And if you like a personal reading, you know how to reach me. My information is written down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And I wish you a wonderful 2025. Bye. Hello, pile two. You have chosen the bobcat and blackthorn, and the keyword is patience. I'm getting a lot of earth energy, guys, with you. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but this does not have to be necessarily the case. This could be just the energy in which you are transitioning to next year, or the energy that you're going to be mainly be in 2025. Now, what I see here, guys, and we are going to be doing your month per month predictions. But what I'm seeing that, and what I'm feeling when I am with this card, with this file, is that there is this sense of wanting to build, and you are willing to go slowly with this. But yes, I'm getting this need to build long term and taking maybe small steps or slow steps, but significant ones. So I feel that this is the energy where you're going to be in 2025. Now let's see month by month predictions for my pile 2. And guys, if you haven't yet liked and subscribed, please do so. This really helps growing my channel and it keeps me going with these free readings for you guys. And if you'd like a personal reading, my information is written down below. What is the card representing of January energies for pile 2? January, please, Spirit, January. Okay. January. Okay. That's too many cards, so we're going to do that again. It's funny because even shuffling, guys, you see how slow the cards want to come out. And I feel this has to do with the energy. There's going to be an overall stable and slow energy, I feel, in the year of 2026, or at least this is what I'm picking up on right now. We are still in the very beginning stages of your reading, but there we go. Now, February, we have the 8 of Pentacles. January, we have the Sun. We're going to continue, and I feel like I'm just going to take the cards this way. We have March with the Ace of Cups. We have April with the Two of Wands. We have May with the Knight of Cups. We have June with the Ace of Wands. We have July with the Two of Pentacles. We have August with the Tower. We have September with the Judgment, October with the Queen of Cups, November with the Six of Cups, and December with the Star. I am feeling that, guys, you do have a very loving energy. I'm keeping on getting Earth for you. I am getting a lot of Venus with this reading, okay? A lot of feminine energy. Could be Taurus, could be a Libra, but you don't have to be, okay? Some of you might also be water sign, I'm picking up on, but generally, overall, what I see, guys, for your year of 2025 is that things are going to be progressing slowly, but you're going to be building. And I feel overall that you're going to be a lot in your heart space, but also I'm not seeing swords in your reading at all, guys. So there's not going to be a lot of mental struggles, which is a good thing, okay? I feel like overall your reading is positive. This reading is positive. I feel you feeling I feel you feeling really stable within yourself. However, we do have a little shakeup, okay, in the second part of the year with the Tower and the Judgment. That's going to lead to some change. But I feel like you've got what it takes to keep your balance. You seem to come across as a very balanced person. Now let's do analysis month by month. In January, we have the Sun. I'm going to read what's written on the card because I always find it very cute that these cards come with a message. Success lies ahead if you keep on the path. Glory, gain, satisfaction, radiance, positivity, strength, and vitality. So, you start the year in the best way possible, guys. You starting the year with a great energy. You might be in a country where you have a really good climate. Okay, this is not going to be for everybody. Okay, but I feel that you are living in the right place for you. That's what I'm picking up. And January is going to be a very easygoing month where everything seems to be flowing in the right way. There is radiance, there's joy, there's satisfaction, and there's alignment as well. I feel like this is a card of truth. I feel it's going to show you where you are, and you already, I feel like you also have good self-awareness already. I feel that you're going to be feeling really well. There is this sense of well-being. So well done. That's really good. I'm happy to see this as the beginning of the year because I feel that this might set the tone for the rest of the year as well. We have a calm start. I feel that February is going to be about finding work-life balance, but I feel that you've already achieved this in some way. You are going to be focusing on building, and even though this is the general energy for your card, I feel like the month where you're going to be working the hardest is going to be February. So take the most advantage of this energy in the month of February. There is this material tendency in this month, whether that's building, whether that's learning. So improving a skill, I feel that it's going to be very conducive, okay, the energy in the month of February. So make the most out of that. I see you building, I see you focusing on work, developing your skills. You're going to be very, very much in the flow of work. When it comes to March, and again, I mean, feel free to come and check this reading out throughout the year so you can reflect back on what's been happening and what's coming ahead. So yes, I think there might be a way of saving this video. I'm not sure if that's only for premium members, but that's what I do. When I like something, I put it on a playlist and I can go back and see it. Anyway, so I'm really glad to see this in the month of March as well, because with spring, I feel like there's going to be this loving energy, this heart energy, that your heart's going to be very open. I see you being very generous, very giving, very much in this flow of love is going to be pouring out of your heart, okay? And it's possible that you're going to be attracting someone new. However, I do not see the Two of Cups, which would be more definite for me, a more definite card of being in a new relationship or meeting our soulmate. But here, I feel like you're just going to be overall in a very beautiful, loving energy with others, okay? It could also be self-love, or it could be the beginning of a new relationship, okay? Which is interesting because when we move to April, we have the number 2. And it could tell me metaphorically that you're going to be making a decision about potentially being with someone. So this is going to be very slow transition because when we move on to the next month with the Knight of Cups, I feel like someone's going to offer you something. So it could be that you're going to be making a slow transition from a friendship to considering a romantic offer and being with someone in a connection. Okay, so this could be a slow progression into being a new relationship, especially with the Ace of Wands, which tells me that's a new beginning that could be physical. So if you are going to be entering a new relationship in 2025, I feel that's going to be taking a good 3 or 4 months to solidify that relationship. So that's what I feel that spring and beginning of the summer is going to be like for you. There's going to be a focus here on slowly opening up to someone, but I also feel that that's going to be a very healthy progression. So it's not going to be something that you're going to be, how shall I say, you're going to be very prudent. You're going to be very prudent about a choice in love. And you're getting to know this person. You're not going to be losing yourself over someone. I am getting again towards Virgo Capricorn with lots of you in this file, but it does not have to be. You could have shards. You could have Earth in your chart, but it does not have to be in a main position. Okay. So this is going to be the first half of the year. And we had seen that in April, it's a time to take the first steps in planning, believing in your personal power. I feel like you're going to be starting to feel more confident about some changes that are going to be, some improvements that are going to be happening in your life this year. And you're going to start having a taste of that in the month of April. You're going to be starting getting messages from the universe or feeling or intuition that the year, your planning is going to start shaping up around April. Okay. So this is when you might feel like you need to start doing proper planning for the rest of the year. Because I feel the beginning of the year, you're probably going to take it a little bit slower and go with the flow and do your thing. And then after April, you're probably going to feel like you need to start planning the year ahead a little bit more. Okay. So moving on to May, you might be dating someone. You will have an offer here in love. So this might be the beginning stages of you starting to fall in love for someone that's expressing their romantic interest towards you. Okay. This is not really the King of Cups, so it might be that is someone that is still getting to know themselves. I don't feel like this person is fully mature like the King of Cups, but it's also not the Page of Cups. So it's something that you can start taking seriously, I feel. And in the month of June, I feel that you're going to be probably getting involved with this person. And when I see this Ace of Wands, I mean, it's very graphic. You can see that he looks like one of the male organs. I cannot really be too verbal here on YouTube. But you can see that it's very erect. Okay, so there could be a lot of passion here. There could be a lot of energy exchanging. I'd say maybe passionate relationship. This could also be your feelings starting to grow, and you can see that there's little leaves here starting to grow out of that. So I feel that this is going to be a connection that's going to be hot and steamy for some of you. Okay, this is not going to be for all of you, but it's definitely going to be for some of you. Okay, now moving on to July. So April, May, June, July. Yes, moving on to July. I feel like you're going to be learning how to balance your love life and your work life. I feel like maybe there might be some challenges, some obstacles, but I feel like this is minor things because it's very much in the background. And I feel like you're going to be finding balance, maybe with a few obstacles. So this is not going to be smooth sailing. You can see that the boats in the background. they are facing. They're navigating huge waves. So this is definitely a card of finding balance in an unbalanced situation, I would say. Maybe you're starting to wonder if this is the right relationship for you. Um, Maybe you are going to take also make some risky moves when it comes to your career, but without not without properly analyzing. Okay, I feel like if you like taking risks, these have to be very, very calculated risks, nothing impulsive. Definitely getting earth and water energy with you. And we can see here as well, we have lots of cups in this reading, and we have also pentacles. Okay, so it tells me that we also have wands. Yeah, so there could be a fire influence here. It could be a fire sign as well. But I'm mainly getting that the energy from this reading is mainly earth and water. So now we go to the most challenging month of the year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes, I want to talk to you about August, guys, because the Tower is a card of transformation. So you might feel a bit of a shake-up. There might be some upheaval in the summer. You're going to understand that some things could not continue as they were. The only reason why the Tower collapses is because it's not built on a strong foundation. So I feel like you're going to be having some realizations about some changes that need to happen in your life, whether you are wanting these changes or not. I think the universe is going to force these changes. So I feel this is going to be the most challenging time of the year, potentially, depending on how you navigate this. Yes. Okay. Now we have the Judgment card here towards September. I feel like there's going to be an awakening here. You're going to be gaining more understanding of something that you knew about yourself. That I feel that you're going to be going further with the understanding of the self. And you're going to be reassessing. Okay, you're going to be reassessing some of the choices that you've made, and if you want to keep building in the same way, in the same patterns of behavior. And most likely you are going to be, after that, it's possible that you're going to need some time for yourself. Okay, and I feel like you're going to step back a little bit and be more in your feminine energy. Maybe there's something that needs healing after these 2 months. So moving towards October, towards the autumn, I feel like you might need a little bit of time to rebalance your energy, to find stability again, and to nurture your own needs. Okay, this could be like a massive realization that you had in regards to relationships. It could be personal development as well. It could be developments at work. But to be honest with you guys, what I'm sensing here, this has been mainly going to do with your heart. So I feel you're going to be gaining understanding about yourself and relationships with other people. Okay. Now, moving towards November, I feel like that might be a reconciliation here. You might be thinking about a past person and having memories, nostalgic moments. This could also be your childhood wounding. It could be that you are improving your relationship with yourself. Okay, because this is a card of childhood, but does not have to be. This is a card of nostalgia. So it has to do with long-term memories. But I also feel sometimes when these cards connect spiritually, it's actually connected to childhood. And I feel like maybe this havoc and this transformation and this upheaval that you're going to be feeling in the summer months, might bring some stuff up for you when it comes to your inner wounding, okay, your childhood wounding. So I think your childhood trauma might be a little bit affected or resurfacing after something that happens in the summer, but I feel you're going to be addressing this. And I feel, guys, that you're going to be letting go of this person, maybe. Okay, again, some of you might have a renewal in this relationship. Some of you might decide to stay with this partner and move forward with new understanding of who you are and your needs. But some of you might actually leave this person behind. So this would be late summer, beginning of the autumn. And I think beginning of the winter, you might actually decide that you want to be by yourself. This is again not going to be for everybody, but you're going to be, you're going to be receiving help from the universe to heal that. I do see sometimes in some contexts, I do see the star as a card of healing. I know that this is not typically what is assigned, the word that is assigned to the star, but I feel you're going to be putting out, leaving behind things that no longer serve you. This could be also old memories and letting go of resentments. That's what I'm feeling for you guys. So I feel overall this is going to be a spiritual year for you and gaining more understanding, but also I feel that you're going to be able to navigate this very successfully, because I don't see you being in your head. I see you being in your feelings and addressing what comes up and processing feelings authentically, processing feelings in a deeper way. So well done, guys. This is going to be a transformative year, don't get me wrong, but I feel like you've got all the tools that you need in order to overcome this. I want to ask the Queen of the Moon Oracle to give us one card for this year. Oh wow, I love that for you guys. Power. And I do feel like this is about your inner power. Now I want to read the meaning of this card for you guys. It's about the full moon. How lovely is that? Step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be rough. So, I feel, guys, that you will understand what this means when you see this card. Okay, like full blossoming of light. And I'd love to hear what happened for you guys, like how you experienced this reading. So please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can reach me. My information is written down below. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today for this reading. And have a wonderful 2025. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, pile number 2. Hello, pile 3. You have chosen the mouse and buttercup, with the keyword being innocence. I feel if you have chosen this file, 2025 is going to be a year of searching and defining your goals and what is important for you. I feel that that's going to be the main topic for you, but let's have a deeper look. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask one card per month, and in that way we can have an overall view of the year. And guys, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the growth of my channel. It keeps me going forward with these videos. So I really would appreciate that. Now let's get on to your reading. What is pile 3, January? Oh, wow. It's jumped straight away. Okay. So pile 1, what's your month of January gonna be like? And I'm gonna choose the first card that in the order that fell down. So that's gonna be the Judgment card for the month of January. Okay, month of February, please. Month of February. Okay, month of March. April, please. April for my pile 3. Okay, that was April. That was May. June for my pile 3, please. That's gonna be July and August, September. Next one for October, October, November, and December. Okay, guys. Now I feel that this year is going to be a little bit mixed, okay? And that the first part of the year is going to be pretty much about yourself. And the second part of the year, this is going to be about an important life lesson I'm getting, okay? So the second part of the year, I feel that is going to be a lot more transformative. It's going to require more emotional strength. I'm never happy to see the Ten of Swords because this is like the lowest of the lowest in terms of emotional mental health, okay? So, but as always, there is a before and an after. So let's, before we get too quickly into the hardest part of your year, let's have a look first at what happens before. Now in January, I think you are self-assessing. Maybe you are coming up with New Year's resolutions. I feel that you're transitioning from something that was maybe a little bit unpleasant at the end of the year, so at the end of 2024. And you've learned about how to make life easier for yourself. So I feel that you're going to be entering the year with that kind of energy. I need to make my life more practical. I need to make my life easier. I don't want to repeat negative patterns that I've been carrying. So I feel that at the beginning of the year, with January, there's a pretty strong energy of I'm going to be changing my patterns for this year. Things are going to be different this year. Does that make sense? And let me know in the comments, guys. I'd love you to come back and tell me in what way this manifested for you. It's also possible that you're making a decision in January in regards to, this could be anything really, it could be work, could be relationships as well. But this is a decision that you have made or will make in an informed way. So I feel like you're going to have the resources that you need in order to make that decision. Now, when we move to February, I feel like you're going to be more busy celebrating or enjoying a social life, a varied social life with friends, with family, with a group that you feel comfortable to be yourself. So maybe you're going to be needing more socializing after that decision that you've made for some reason. And it's going to be a very social month for you. I'm hearing, okay? So some of you might be seeing your family or you might travel to your family. But I feel like this month, February, is going to be very much about connecting with others. But not necessarily in a romantic way. Now moving to March. I feel that March is going to be a month of self-care. It's a month where you're going to be doing some inner work and you're going to be creating a more balanced and calm atmosphere in your internal world. So you maybe have learned about balance and moderation, how to create serenity in your environment, and realizing more of what you need. So I feel March is going to be a month that is going to be very informative when it comes to your mental health, and what are the routines and improvements that need to happen in order for you to be more self-supportive of your needs. Some of you might have left the relationship, okay? And this could happen at the end of 2024. Maybe it hasn't happened yet, or maybe it will happen. And again, this is a narrative for a lot of people, so it's not going to fit everyone's story. But there is a chance here that you might have gone through separation or go through separation, and you've learned through this period of finding yourself again. I would say March is going to be a month of finding yourself again, when February might have been more of a social month, get you attention externally. I feel like you're going to find more balance in the month of March, and your attention is going to go more internally. In April, I think you're going to have new ideas, and maybe new opportunities are going to come your way, something relating to your career or your money or your goals. But it has to do with material. This is a card of Pentacles, and even though it's a page, so this is very much a beginner mindset of something material. Maybe you're going to change your mindset in terms of how you relate to money. Maybe how can you bring more success to your life. I feel that your focus is going to be very much on the abundance of the self and ambition. Now, moving on to May, you might be faced with a difficult choice or difficult decision. Maybe this has to do with a connection with someone or an important decision in your life. And because the Two of Swords is the only card that is coming out for this month, like in any other month, because I'm only working with one card. Again, this could mean different things, but there's definitely a sense of stalling, not being able to make a decision, which is reinforced by the Hanged Man, which is representing the month of June. So I feel that in the mid part of the year, you might feel like you are unsure on how to move forward, or maybe you might feel like you're lacking the resources that will help you create movement in your life. You might be feeling a little bit low during this time of the year as well. You might start seeing things in a different perspective. So, and if I'm connecting this energy with the energy of the previous month, I feel like you're not really going to make a decision. And I tell you what, I'm feeling that a decision is going to be made for you in the latter part of the year, because you might not be able to create movement. And I'll explain a little bit more about that. Okay, now we have the Six of Cups, and that is for July. So I feel like you're going to be missing someone. You're going to be feeling nostalgic. And I get this sense that it would be good for you to connect again, maybe to come back to the energy of the Three of Cups, okay? To come back to that energy of socializing again, seeing your friends, not isolating yourself, because I feel you might be in this energy feeling slightly low, and you might not have the energy to socialize because you may be in that narrative of missing someone, or dealing with something from your past. You might be faced with a reconciliation, but to be honest, I don't see this really sticking through. I feel like they're going to be emotional months for you, from what I see here. And bear in mind that timing could change as well. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm seeing that between July and October, you might have some obstacles here to navigate your mental health, your emotional health. So I would advise and I would recommend you to create a good support system, or having people around that can help you going through these obstacles. This could even be counseling. This could be looking for people you can talk to, because I feel like you may need this, okay? I have to tell you that I have been through this cycle many times of the Tower with the Ten of Swords. I've been through this cycle myself many times. And every time that I go through this cycle, I'm thinking, I will never be able to get out of this. I forget about the emotional impermanence of pain. So I think it's important to remember that these two shall pass. And it might feel like it's a long period because it's going to be 2 or 3 months of that being maybe in a less positive space. But I do feel you moving away from that energy towards the latter part of the year. And I do see movement here in November, okay? But just before we get that, let me go back to explain a little bit more about the Tower. Now, the Tower is probably one of the most unwanted cards, okay, in the deck, as well as the Ten of Swords. But as always, endings, and this Tower is definitely signifying that something that was not built on a strong foundation is going to come crumbling down, and this is going to lead to an ending, because there is a transformation that is needed here. And it could be that the problem that you had before, that you could not move forward and you felt stuck perhaps and you couldn't make a decision, that is going to lead to an internal collapse, because energetically we need movement, we need change. We can't stay too long at a stalemate. That's not what the soul wants. It's not the soul's purpose. So I feel like a lesson is going to have to be learned here, and a decision is going to have to be made for you. Perhaps something that you were hanging on for a long time is going to have to leave your life permanently because it was no longer serving you. That is the lesson of the Tower. It creates destruction, it creates upheaval. But that's because we need to go through those cycles in order to build from a stronger place, from a stronger foundation. And I feel like this is what's going to happen later during the year, towards the year of 2026. Now, here with the month of October, look, it doesn't look great. We all know that the Ten of Swords is a card of pain. And I don't think there's anything positive about this card, to be honest. The only positive, kind of half positive thing is that it's an ending, and it is a painful ending. That means that once this has arrived to the end, once this has completed the cycle, you will not have to go through this again. Not in this particular experience, okay? I'm not saying that. I would need to do further research, of course, but I'm not saying that you're going to be staying in this energy throughout the latter part of the year. Now, there is going to be a quick decision or some movement, some boldness that is going to be created after a period of destruction, and when I say destruction, please do not take it literally, but after a period of feeling low, you're going to be able to come out of that with renewed energy. So you're going to get enlightenment, okay, with something that's going to happen here. I feel like you're going to be able to be better and bolder at making decisions. The Eight of Wands is a card of boldness. It's a card of movement and a card of speed. So we see that we needed that because nothing happened for a while. Okay, so You can expect some developments in the month of November, and definitely you moving away from that negative energy. Now, with the Page of Wands, okay, this is a card of excitement and a free spirit. I feel there is this sense of renewal and rediscovery of the self, rediscovery for you, maybe having a more intimate relationship with yourself. So this Tower is going to lead you to be more connected with your own creativity, with your own free spirit, with your own sense of excitement. Maybe you're going to find out new passions, new hobbies, new ideas for the year of 2026. So I feel that for most of the piles, 2025 is going to be a very spiritual and transformative year. And I'm getting the same for this pile. It's very interesting. So I would like to ask the Queen of the Moon Oracle to give us one card that is going to be the keyword for the year of 2025. That's very interesting. We have the card of discernment. And I'm feeling that this discernment is going to be learned in the latter part of the year, okay? And again, it could be that you speed up this process too. I'm just giving you the time frame that I'm seeing with the narrative that I see here. But it could be that you are going to be faster with your own development. But I sense that the second part of the year is the part of the year that's going to be teaching you the most about discernment. I want to read what the book says about this card. Take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge wisely. That's interesting with the judgment card here. Okay, so I feel like January is going to ask you to be able to discern. And if that lesson is not learned, then you might need to learn it in a more delayed way. So there may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. And the affirmation that goes with this card is, I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. I want to read the rest of, if you don't mind. I want to read the rest because I feel like this is very relevant to your reading. When you get some years on you, hopefully the time you spend moving and choosing upon this earth brings you some kind of wisdom. Some of that wisdom will be bred of hindsight and perspective. All of us, if we are engaged in life, make good decisions and poor ones. Sometimes we make spectacularly bad ones. All of us get hurt others, learn, forget, fall over again, get up. But hopefully, we grow, we change. We are able to spot where our sore points are and fix them if we so choose. We are able to take a good long look at what is painfully recurring in our lives and deal with it. Yes, baby, deal. Okay, now, guys, this was your reading. I wish you a wonderful year. And if you are logging off now, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the growth of my channel. It contributes for my motivation as well, so I can keep going with these free readings for you. And if you'd like a personal reading, my information is written down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. You have chosen the Badger and Jinko, and the keyword is healing wounds. So, guys, I feel like some of you might have a really difficult 2024. Some of you might be dealing with grief. I feel the cause of this grief is going to be different because every case and every narrative is different. But there is this sense of feeling really, how shall I say, really tired, really knackered. It's not the word that I'm looking for, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and you might need a moment to recover. So I hope this is resonating. If it is not resonating at all, feel free to choose another pile. But let's investigate a little bit more, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one card per month to represent the energy of the month. And guys, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. It really helps to grow through my channel, and it helps me with my own motivation to keep recording these videos for you guys for free. So really appreciate that. And without further ado, pile one, what's the energy represented for the month of January, please? What is the... Okay, so I feel like it was the underneath card, the first one. Okay, that will be February. What is the energy for March for this, for pile four? Pile four, please. Okay, that's going to be April. Okay, and May. June. Okay, let's continue. July and August. July and August. September, please. October, November, and December, please. Okay, that's not right. In December, please. December, pile four. Okay. Wow, guys. I have to tell you that every single pile, if I'm not mistaken, every single pile in this reading is going through a spiritual transformation in one way or another. And I feel like this has the potential to be an intense year. So I would say it would be very important for you guys to understand how to cultivate proper self-love and proper self-care, because you're going to need it. And have support systems in place, okay? It's almost like prepare. I don't want to be negative. I was going to say prepare for the worst, like you're preparing for something that might happen where it's going to need your reserves. Okay, and this is what I'm seeing, that it's important for you to dedicate time to build your reserves because you will need them, okay? So let's start your reading, month of January. I feel like the month of January is actually going to be okay for the most part. I think you're going to be continuing your work life, giving and taking. There's also a sense of generosity here, that you're going to feel like you have enough to give to others and you have enough to be generous with other people. So that's a lovely energy. And I feel that your confidence is overall going to be okay. However, I do feel some tension, okay, that is going to start building up from the mid-month to the end of the month, and this tension is mostly going to be felt in February. Okay, maybe there's going to be some obstacles. This could be obstacles with money or work life, but it's something that you feel like you can navigate. Okay, now March, I feel that there might be this energy of family around you. In fact, the Six of Cups can represent healing as well. So I feel like you're going to move from an energy. So I feel that this healing has to do with feeling familiar in your surroundings as well. Does not have to do exactly with family or childhood, but it could be that you are feeling comfortable again, maybe after some discomfort and some possible feelings of defensiveness in February. Okay, so definitely going to be a bit more of a positive energy moving on. You might also have children. You might want to spend more time with them. However, guys, I see a situation here that I'm not particularly fond of seeing the devil later on in your reading. And we have the Justice card a few months before that. So I'm wondering, this is not going to be a legal situation for everyone. But for a lot of you, this is actually going to be a legal situation. So this might be something that is in continuation of a previous year. This doesn't have to be something new. It could also be about making sure that your documents and your contracts, some of you might be signing up for a study as well. And maybe you're going to be studying law, for example. And again, I know this is very specific, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. There's also a sense of correctedness. There's a very strong sense of correctedness. Maybe you're fighting over the custody of the children. That could be the case, okay? Or it could also be that you want to make things right with you and your family, with the children. But there's a sense of asserting oneself, making things right, bringing truth, bringing clarity and fairness and accountability as well. So I feel like there is this sense of becoming more serious about life in the month of April, more serious about the things that are worth being serious about. Now, in the month of May, you have a potential offer coming in. Okay, this could be an offer. It could be a result of that court case as well. And please always consult a legal professional. This is just a tarot reading. I do not take accountability for any results. As you know, this is a reading for entertainment purposes only, as I say in my written disclaimer below. But I feel that you might come out victorious, or you might have a good offer coming your way. So things might feel a little bit unstable at first, but then you will find some stability, okay? And you're going to be able to move forward with some efficiency. And let me know in the comments, guys, in what way this manifested in your reading. Please come back and let me know. I'd love to hear. Now, I don't like seeing the devil here. Now, I'm going to read for you because it's good to know, okay? When the devil is turning upright, and bear in mind that I don't read upright readings. I don't need reversal readings. But I'm going to read for you with the reversed version and the upright version. The devil is connected with bondage, materialism, obsession, chains, shadow self-repression, and powerlessness. And it's almost like being self-chained to something that doesn't serve you. Okay, you can see that this lady, I think it's a lady, actually it's a guy, sorry, the lady is the one on the other side, yeah. So this little man over here has the chain attached, okay? And you see that I could even suspect that he could remove this chain from his head if he wanted to. I keep on having this feeling when I see this card, because you see the chains are not too tight, but they don't know that, so they decide to stay where they are. Now, when this card comes in the reverse, or if it comes in this other polarity, release from bondage, respite, freedom, choices, no self-imposed limitations. Now, if the following card would be a more positive card, which unfortunately is not, is the Ten of Swords. I feel that the devil could be read in the positive position, but I'm not feeling that, guys. So I'm feeling that there is a lesson for you to learn here, okay? And this could be about money, it could be about greed, it could be about ego, it could be about understanding that you don't need to be in bondage to something when you don't want to be in that situation. So the summer is going to be a little bit challenging, particularly June and July. I think you're going to be fine, but these 2 months might be a little bit tricky to navigate emotionally. Now, with the card in August, we have the Ten of Swords. This is an emotional ending. This is hopelessness. This is a failure, basically. So you might feel quite low in the month of July, but fear not, because as always, things will get out of that energy and move forward in a more positive direction, like what I'm seeing here. I feel that at the end of the year, you're going to be looking ahead in the following year of 2026, and you're going to be remembering the major lesson that you have learned this year, and you're going to be applying it to the upcoming year. So this is what I meant when I said that you might need your resources, your reserves in place, is because when you hit the summer months, it might be a little bit difficult for you to function in the same way as before. So if you need things done, do not wait until the summer, because this event in July might slow down the rest of the year. So I would recommend you to use the first part of the year to take care of everything that needs to be productively taken care of. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Going to August. So this is June, July, August. Yes, that's it. So in August, I feel like you might retreat a little bit, and you might even do some meditation, some spiritual learnings. You also might read more than what you usually would. Maybe you want to learn about something that you've been going through, or how to help yourself. This could be self-development literature. It could be spiritual literature as well. This could be you seeking help from the divine, maybe going to church or going to a religious or a spiritual practice, or having a spiritual group that you can go to see, to speak, to feel held, to feel understood. And to be honest, guys, I think everybody should have a support group. Even when you're not going through this energy, everybody should have a support group, really, because it's more productive to go through life's lows when we have the right people around us helping us get out from the mud. Now, I really, really, really I'm so happy to see the Wheel of Fortune turning out for you in the middle part of the year, because I feel like there's going to be a drastic change, and something is going to be coming to you very fast, or ways of being are going to be changing. But definitely a cycle is going to come to an end, and you're going to be understanding. I have the feeling that the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune together, side by side, it's almost like spiritual enlightenment, okay? Like a breakthrough experience that is going to remove so many of the blocks in your life. So what was that again? June, July, August, September. September is going to be, I feel, one of the most relevant months of the year when it comes to realignment, change, and taking practical action. The wheel is going to start to move again. So in a positive direction, I'm feeling. Towards the latter part of the year, we're talking about November. I feel like you might need a break. And we see you taking a rest here. Maybe you're going to go on holiday. Maybe you're going to put everything to rest and take some time out for you to be able to process all the emotions that you had to process throughout the year. So I feel like you have a lot on your plate this year, but you'll be okay, guys. It's just that if you do not create the time to rebalance yourself throughout the year, it could be that you arrive to the end of the year exhausted. So you do not want to get to a space of mental or physical burnouts. So it's good to measure yourselves. Make sure you rest. Please do not wait for the end of the year to have that break that you so need. And give yourselves that self-love and self-care. It's not selfish, it's needed, and it should be something that is, in fact, supported by society. So now we're arriving to the end of your narrative. So for December 2025, we have the Judgment card. I feel like you're going to be looking back to the rest of the year, and you're going to, so to the rest of the year till December, you're going to be looking back and make an analysis of what happened, maybe take notes, journaling, and creating a plan, a better plan, maybe more structure for the year of 2026. I feel like whatever lessons you're going to be learning this year are going to be really, really learned and taken in consideration, and you're going to be able to discern in the future to make better decisions, better choices, and to look after yourself better as well. Okay. So we have another year of self-development and spirituality taking the center stage. And I'm surprised because this has been for all of the piles, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like it's going to be a big year for a lot of people when it comes to self-development. Okay, Queen of the Moon Oracle, please tell me one energy that is representative of your year, pile 4. Pile 4, please give me one Queen of the Moon Oracle card representing of the year of 2025. Ah, we have release. I feel good seeing this, guys. I feel good because it's telling me exactly that basically what you need to hear. Okay, we need to learn how to let go. We need to learn how to create space, time to rest and to release. If we don't do that, we build up, we accumulate energies. Sometimes these energies, they don't even belong to us. So releasing and knowing how to release and discerning what you should be releasing is going to be very, very important for you in the year of 2025. Let's read the card for you guys. That's the card of release. It says, let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. All the negative habits do not engage you anymore, as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. I freely release what I no longer need. So guys, I hope you found your reading insightful in some way. I would love to hear from you. So feel free to come back at any time and let me know in what way these energies manifested in your life. If you like a personal reading, my information is written down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye.